Hey everyone, it's Tony. Just want to show you guys this new Art-Tech power glider called the MiniMoa. What's unique about this MiniMoa is that it features the C-mule style wing that you guys can find on the Seagulls, how the wings kind of arch up and kind of go down a little bit on the tips, which is why this MiniMoa can get over a 60+ minute flying time on the included old school 9.6 volt 2100 milliamp battery. So as you guys are waiting for me to do the unboxing, you guys can check out the spec list right over here. Alright guys, everything is out the box. So first off, what's neat about the new Art-Tech packaging system is that they put a small box inside a big box. So let's open up the small box and show you guys the inside. It's pretty much like when you're buying a brand new transmitter, how the transmitter comes packed. You have the simple Art-Tech 4-channel 2.4 GHz transmitter, nice smooth sticks right here. And you have the included 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride battery and also the included charger for the 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride battery. And here is a little small bag of accessories. You have the nice metal, very strong right here, very strong middle wing support. I guess this part right here is the outside to hold the wing down. You have some Velcro, screwdrivers, even a wrench, some small screws, and a little tubing of glue, which I don't think you have to glue except for the rudder piece. You have a nice manual, should be very detailed, and should cover the transmitter and it should cover the building, which the building shouldn't take too long. So let's show you guys the good part first. Here's the fuselage. All of the servos, speed control, and motor and receiver comes pre-installed. You have a nice wheel right here on the bottom, so as you're coming in for a landing, or even if you guys want to tow, you guys can just, has a small little wheel. So you guys can see here, nice folding prop, so when you cut off the motor as you're in altitude, there's less drag because the props fold in. So fuselage aside, and here is the C-mule style wing. You guys can see here real quick. I'm gonna put it right next to me. It kind of looks like a seagull in the air. You guys can see it right here. Put one side down. It kind of arches up and it kind of goes down, and it has a nice span right here in the middle. So this is why this MiniMoa can get over a 60-minute plus flying time. Here's the hatch for the fuselage. It has a nice magnet in the back, so let's see how strong this whole system is first. So put it on, and it clicks on, and you guys can see here the wings attached right here in the middle. And it has a very nice magnet, so it's very strong. So you have here is the horizontal fin. Has a nice metal support right here, the center piece that controls both right here. Very strong, made out of very durable EPO foam. And it even has a nice carbon rod that goes in between here, so it's not going to flex or break off and fly too much because it is foam. And here is the rudder. Very nice piece of rudder system right here. It's just a very large piece of rudder for excellent steering, and which you guys probably use a lot more if you guys are catching thermals, is using the rudder. So a nice oversized rudder for excellent control. And the hinges, so I would say this, the only gluing you would need to do on this MiniMoa is to glue on the rudder and you're good to go. And I'll probably end up using epoxy glue, but the kit does come with the included glue, and you guys just stick it in. And remember to use Loctite on all the metal contacts. So I'm gonna get this baby built and bring it to the field and show you guys how this thing flies. Alright guys, we're at the field with the MiniMoa by Art-Tech. You guys can see here, it's got a very nice large wingspan, a 70-inch plus wingspan right here. And you guys can see here the C-mule wing type right here. Looks just like a seagull. Or if you flip it upside down, it's kind of like a Corsair, but it's not a Corsair. Alright, and lots of details on this plane. You can see all of the lines molded in, even underneath the wings over here. You guys can see, or if we can zoom in a little bit on the ailerons, there's even like small little lines right here. I guess that's more for the gliding and catching thermals. And even the tail section back here has some little lines already molded in, so that's pretty neat. And one main thing about this wing, it's very, very strong. It has a very long hollow metal, or a metal hollow rod that goes all the way from the inside all the way to the very tip, so it's a very solid wing. So the battery's already plugged in, so let's bring it on up and show you guys how this MiniMoa flies. Alright, time for the maiden flight of this MiniMoa. Full throttle. I have a little bit of up trim just so that it can climb up a little bit. Always want to be safe. That's full throttle. It's not really a lot of power, but it should be enough to get some altitude. So let me get a little down trim a little bit. Climbing. back off the throttle and just come on down. And pretty much with this MiniMoa, you just pretty much steer up the elevator and the rudder. The ailerons slows it down a little bit. It's pretty easy plane to fly, not too hard at all. Just have to be careful not to get too low, because you do not have that much power to get out if you want to throttle up right away. So just bring it right back for a landing. Alright guys, we're back with the Art-Tech Minimoa. The performance on the stock battery wasn't all that great because the power just wasn't enough for me, because I like to have a lot of power. So for this new MiniMoa now, I'm going to use here is the 3-cell 2200 LiPo pack by Sky LiPo. So let's plug it on in and see how much of a difference this 3-cell makes compared to the stock 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride battery. I'm going to just put it about 60% throttle right here. And this right here was probably more power than the stock battery itself at 60%. I'm gonna go full throttle, and full throttle is just awesome now. Full throttle pretty much gets you up there in a few seconds. So let me bring it on up, and battery is off now, so just glide around. There you go guys. Within a few seconds with this 3-cell pack, the performance increased greatly. If you guys don't want to use a 3-cell pack, even a 2-cell 7.4 volt lithium polymer battery pack will work perfect with this plane. The power won't be as great as the stock battery, but you will get longer flight times. This is about 40% throttle. Let me punch it up. Here's 100% throttle guys, full throttle. And I'm still climbing. And that's just awesome. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. And also with the 3-cell 2200 milliamp LiPo pack, the plane is a little bit lighter, but it's, no bad tendencies with it being a little bit neutral to tail heavy. Going back full throttle again. Can't get enough of this right here. Excellent flying plane now with 3-cell. Totally woke up this plane. So if you guys are looking for a stock, like an upgraded battery, compared to the stock nickel metal hydride battery, just pick up a 3-cell. And the ESC seems to handle it perfectly with the full throttle climb. Let's see if this thing can handle a loop. That was a little loop right there. Ah, pretty cool, did a loop. Wings held on pretty good. Let's see if this thing would do a loop with the motor off. Nah, it won't do it. Kind of cheated my way there. Oh, motor is off and it does do a loop. Cool. Full power right there. Try to get a little aggressive with this plane. All right, let's bring on this glider down and go for a landing. Ooh, right here in front of my legs. It's a little floaty plane, so you guys will have to remember you need a very long landing area, so don't try to fly to your local park. Maybe it might not be big enough, but easy flying plane. And the performance on the upgraded 3-cell battery was just awesome on this plane. So if you guys are looking for upgraded batteries, even more flight time, you guys can get the 3-cell pack because it does have more punch and it will allow longer flight times. The stock battery, with the stock battery, the specs that it can fly for over 60 minutes. Well, if you guys don't have any thermals, you will not get the 60 minutes plus flight time, more like 5-10 minutes, because when you keep the power on, you know, it does drain the battery, but if you do have thermals, you can fly for well over 60 minutes, which in my opinion is pretty accurate to the specs. So there you go guys, that was upgraded battery and the performance on the stock battery. So thanks for watching guys.